Srimatre Namaha. Welcome to our theme Golu for the year 2025. Hope you all had a very blessed and joyous Navarathri. Firstly, I offer my namaskarams and deepest gratitude to Swami Tattvavidananda of Arshavidya Gurukulam for his teachings on Aditya Hridaya Stotram. Also, a huge thanks to the speakers of Tattvam channel and Divya Jyoti Jagrat Kendra for their inspiring talks on the topics of Aditya Hridayam and the inner light. So moving on to the first scene of the theme, we have Mahishasuramardini. So Navarathri, a war that ensued for 9 days between the Divine Mother and Mahishasura. And on the 10th day, Devi won over the Asura and we celebrate the day as Vijayadashmi. Also on the 10th day, we celebrate Dashara, which is victory of Rama over Ravana. So in our Itihasas and Puranas, we have many stories of fights with Asuras and Rakshasas. But whenever there is an Asura who cannot be defeated, Devi Ma comes to the rescue. What Asuras represent is our scattered mind. We think about 10 different things at one time, our thoughts jumping from one thing to another without focus. How many heads does Ravana have? 10. And how many arms does he have? Just 2. On the other hand, our Devi Ma has 1 head and at least 10 arms. We are all familiar with the phrase Sur mein gao in music. Sur means being in tune or being in harmony. Asur means being out of tune. As long as we individuals are not in tune with our own true nature, in harmony with our true self, we are the Asuras in our own lives. But how do we get in tune with our own true self? We do that by awakening that divinity, that inner light that is within us, which is our true nature. And we can connect to this inner light on a daily basis because this light is always there. It does not move, it does not change. And how can we tap into this light? We do it through upasana or worship. Every time we tap into this light, for a few moments, we come in tune with our true nature. Many of us have experienced this harmony within after a sincere prayer or puja, haven't we? As we do this on a regular basis, automatically we'll start losing all those multiple heads and have one head like Devi, with one direction, with clarity in life, and 10 arms of Devi to help us fulfill our purpose and drive us in the direction that we need to go. So the theme for this year's Golu is an attempt to connect to this inner light through Surya Upasana or worship of the sun. We have a very beautiful and powerful Surya Upasana text in Ramayana in the 107th chapter of the Yuddha Kandam called the Aditya Hridaya Stotram. It's a prayer of gratitude to the sun. Aditya is the sun and Hridayam or the heart can mean the true knowledge or the essence of the sun. Before we go into the details of the Aditya Hridaya Stotram, I'll try to explain the context first. So Rama is in war with Ravana, and Ravana had already sent his army chiefs, his brother Kumbhakarna, and they were all defeated and destroyed by Rama. Now Ravana is ready to fight with Rama again. At that point, Rama is very exhausted and worried. We may all wonder, Rama is Bhagavan, why should he be exhausted and worried? Well, Valmiki in Ramayana never mentions Rama as Bhagavan. But as we read the Itihasa, we see the divine qualities of Rama come through in many instances. For example, when he fights the Rakshasas in the forest as a young boy, or when he breaks the unbreakable Shiva Dhanush, or just before coronation, when he is told that he needs to go on a Vanavasa for 14 years, he is unperturbed by it. These are all Bhagavan-like qualities. However, we also see his human nature come through, mostly when it comes to Sita, the love and concern that he had for her. In fact, they say after Ravana abducts Sita, Rama is inconsolable and he exhibits extreme grief and longing for her. Rama did not bring his army from Ayodhya. He just picked up the army of Vanaras along the way. And here he is fighting a very fierce war with Ravana. There is a saying in Sanskrit, Rama Ravanayor Yuddham Rama Ravanayo river, which means the battle of Rama and Ravana is like the battle of Rama and Ravana. There is no comparison. So naturally, Rama is exhausted and worried about all the outcome of the war and what will happen to Sita. It is at this point that Bhagavan Rishi Agastya, a highly respected Rishi, provides guidance to Rama. He asks him to chant the Aditya Hridaya Stotram and do Upasana of Surya Bhagavan and ensures that he'll be victorious in his war with Ravana. So, as you would have noticed, just like Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, Aditya Hridayam is also said in the battlefield. The battlefield represents our life. By giving the message in the battlefield, Agastya and Sri Krishna tell us that we can use these as aids during the battle that we face in life. Our battles are those challenging life situations. So, coming to the stotram, most stotrams have phalashruti or the benefits of saying the stotram mentioned at the very end of the stotram. However, Aditya Hridayam is a very unique stotram in the sense that the phalashruti is mentioned in the beginning itself. So, what does Agastya say are the benefits of the Aditya Hridaya Stotram? He says, Sarva Shatru Vinashana, all your enemies will be destroyed. Jayavaham, you will get victory. Akshayam Paramam Shivam, you will get never ending auspiciousness. Sarva Mangala Mangalyam, you will be bestowed with all goodness. Sarva Papa Vinashana, all your sins and negativities will be destroyed. Chinta Shoka Prashamanam, all your worry and sorrow will vanish. Ayurvardhanam Uttamam, you will get a long life, you will live your entire lifespan with good health. So after mentioning the Phalashruti, sage Agastya goes on to sing praises of Surya Bhagavan in the next few verses. There is a commentary on Aditya Hridayam called the Bhushana commentary that puts the verses in the form of Namavali or a list of 138 names of Surya Bhagavan. In this Golu, we have depicted a few of those namas. So each of the namas of Surya Bhagavan can be interpreted in three different ways. We can look at Surya Bhagavan as the physical sun in the Sthula Rupa or the gross form, as this big ball of fire that gives out light and warmth. We can also look at Bhagavan in the subtle form or the Sukshma Rupa as the divine manifestation. Here he is Surya Narayana Murti, a form of Vishnu. He is riding on his golden single-wheeled chariot, driven by Aruna, the charioteer, and pulled by 7 horses. Or we can look at Surya Bhagavan in the Karana Rupa or the causal form as a representation of that inner light. So as we look at few of these namas, we can contemplate on this inner light, which is our Atman, our true self. As a giver of light, the namas for him are Bhaskara, Prabhakara, Bhanu, Bha meaning light. He's Tejasvi because he gives light and heat. He's called Divakara because he's maker of the day. He's Timiron Matanaha, the one who removes darkness. And as the inner sun, our Atman, he is the remover of ignorance. He's also Suvarna Sadrisho or Hiranya Reta as he is golden in color. He is Mandali because he is circular in form. He is praised for his infinite rays of light as Rashmiman, Marichiman, Gabastiman, Sahasrarchi. Just like how the sun has infinite rays, our Atman too, the inner sun, has infinite rays of knowledge that we experience through our senses. And because his chariot is pulled by 7 horses, he is called Haridashva, which means the one who has dark green horses spreading light in all directions. And that's why our entire theme here is laid out on the green carpet. He is also Sapta Sapti, which means one who possesses 7 horses. The horses are said to represent the 7 colors of the rainbow or the 7 poetic meters in which the Vedas are composed. Also the 7 chakras in our body. So moving on to the left side of the Golu, on the top step, the scene is for the Nama Samudyantam, meaning the one who is always risen fully. We all say that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but in reality, the sun neither rises nor sets. It is always there. In the same manner, our inner sun, our Atma, is always present. We also have a model of the famous Konark temple of Orissa, which is the temple of the rising sun, as it is in the east of India. Not shown here, but we also have Martand temple of the peak sun in Kashmir and the temple of the setting sun, which is the Modhera temple in the west in the state of Gujarat. The next Nama is Apan Mitra. Up means water and Mitra means friend. The sun is the friend of water as he is responsible for the entire water cycle. He is also Twashta because he dries up the water. He is also called Ghana Vrishti because he pours down heavy rains. As Ritukarta, he is the maker of the seasons. He is Sarvatapana, one who heats up everything. There are 12 names of the sun for every month, hence, he is Dwadashatman. He is also Shishiranashanaha, the one who removes snow. So, here in winter, we all wait for him to show up at least for a few minutes every day. Winter brings dullness, and the appearance of the sun during winter removes this dullness and helps us get active. On the next step, we have this huge eye in the middle. The Nama here is Lokasakshi or the witness. We have our Ganesha modeling all the activities that we do from the time we wake up, shower, get ready, go to work until the time we go to bed. Surya Bhagavan is the one watching and witnessing all of our activities. In the same way, our inner sun, our Atman, is always watching and witnessing everything that we think and do. There is also a famous scene from the Tamil literature novel Silappadigaram. The character shown here is Kannagi, who appeals to the sun. She says, "Hey sun, you are the witness. Is my husband really the thief?" Her husband Kovalan gets falsely accused of stealing the queen's anklet. So that's the scene that is shown here for Lokasakshi. Next, we move on to the village scene on the floor, starting with farming and moving on to the village market as the bullock cart enters the market with all the rice bags. We have the basket weaver, the potter, the carpenter, the shoe repair, umbrella repair, utensil store, Dhobi Dhoban with their donkey entering the scene, and finally our Chettiar Chettichi selling the Navadanya. They are also selling the peanuts, jaggery, and sesame seeds, which are used for making sweets during Makar Sankranti. Makar Sankranti is a harvest festival dedicated to Lord Surya. So, to the left of the village market again, we have our Ganesha, this time taking the form of different plants and vegetables. We have banana leaf Ganesha, pumpkin Ganesha, okra Ganesha, coconut Ganesha, ginger Ganesha, brinjal Ganesha, and tamarind Ganesha. To the right of the village market, we have the home of the village chief and women doing different chores like drying the vadams, milking the cow, cutting vegetables, and cleaning rice. All these activities are happening because of Surya Bhagavan's grace. Because the Nama Surya means the one who inspires people to work. He's also called Pusha because he nourishes. We all know that the photosynthesis in plants happens because of the sunlight, and then we eat the plants and we are what we eat. So it's all his grace. He's also called Dhanada because he showers wealth of good food, good rain, etc. He is Bhuvaneshwara, the Lord of the earth. So moving on to the scenes on the right, modern science says sun is a star and mentions several stages of the life cycle of the sun. So this has been told in Mahabharata and the Puranas long time back in the form of Puranic stories. Starting with the birth of the sun, the story goes that Kashyapa Maharishi is married to Aditi and Aditi is now pregnant. She does penance to beget Surya Bhagavan as her child. Kashyapa tells her that if she does such intense penance during pregnancy, she is going to get a dead child. It so happened that when Surya Bhagavan was born, he was a Mrit Anda. Mrit meaning dead and Anda meaning egg. This dead lump is what modern science calls the first stage of the star, the nebula, which is just a lump of giant molecular clouds collapsing under gravity and forming a ball-like structure. And then Surya emerges out of this dead lump or Mritanda, hence he is called Martanda. Our inner sun or Atma is also called Martanda in the sense that the Atma is what brings life into this dead, lifeless body. And also since he is born to Aditi, he is called Aditi Putra or Aditya. The second stage in this life cycle of the sun, according to modern science, is the young sun, which is extremely bright. The Nama here is Vivaswan. Vivaswan means the one who is very bright. Again, there is a Puranic story here, which is about Surya's wife, Usha Devi, who just couldn't tolerate the heat of the sun. And so she keeps her shadow, Chaya Devi, in her place and goes to a forest to do penance. When Vivaswan finds out that Chaya is not his actual wife, he also goes to the forest in search of Usha Devi, and finds her in the form of a horse. He takes the form of a horse, and then they have twin sons called Ashwin Kumars, who are said to be the doctors of healing and medicines in the Puranas. They are said to rise in the sky during twilight, just before dawn, and we often hear how the morning sun is very healing. So there it goes. We also have the Nama Ashwinau here for Bhagavan. And there's also a Sanskrit verse, Arogyam Bhaskaram Ichet, which means seek the help of the sun for good health. So he is the one who gives us good health. The next Nama is Devasura Namaskritam. Surya Bhagavan is worshipped by Devas and Asuras. We all have three gunas in us, the Tamo guna, Rajo guna, and Sattva guna in different proportions. Sattva guna is dominant in the Devas and Tamo guna is dominant in the Asuras. But Surya Bhagavan does not discriminate. He doesn't think, let me give more light to this person because this person is good, or less light to this person because this person is not so good. The same way, the inner sun, our Atma, also doesn't discriminate. The same Atma is present in all. The next Nama is Nakshatra Grahataranam Adipati. He is the Lord of the Celestials. Nakshatras, Grahas and Taras. Grahas are the Navagrahas that are shown here. We all know Chandran or the moon gets his light from the sun. Nakshatras are different than Taras. There are 27 Nakshatras based on the movement of the moon over fixed stars, and Taras are other stars. The next Nama is one of my favorite Namas, and that is Sarva Devatmika. Surya Bhagavan is the embodiment of all gods. He is Brahma. Why? Because he creates. Even a small seed sprouts only because of his grace. We all wake up with sunrise. He is also Vishnu because he pervades everywhere, and he also sustains and nurtures all of us. He is also Shiva for two reasons. Shiva means auspicious. We all remember the scene in Mahabharata where Bhishma Pitama is on the deathbed waiting for the auspicious time, or the Uttarayana Punyakala, when the sun starts moving in the northward direction. That day is celebrated as Radha Saptami, and Surya Bhagavan was also born on Radha Saptami day. Bhishma leaves his body on the Ashtami day. He is also Shiva because he destroys, but the destruction is for good. For example, Surya does these functions of destroying some fungus and bacteria when exposed to sunlight. Anything that is left out in the sun decays over time. We also know that in Pralaya Kalam, when there is no sun, nothing exists. Interestingly, he is also Skanda. Skanda is another name for Muruga Peruman. Skanda has two meanings. One is movement and the other one is drying up. Also, he is the one who destroys enemies. So, Muruga Peruman in Tamil culture is considered a warrior god. In the same way, Surya Bhagavan is also considered a warrior god in Bihar, UP and other regions in the northeast. We are all familiar with Kandasashti Vratam taken up to beget a child. Around the same time as Kandasashti, we also see people in Bihar and UP performing Surya Shashti Vratam. It is also known as the Chhat Puja. And during the Chhat Puja, they honor Chatti Ma, who is actually Sashti. In Tamil culture, we call Devanai, the wife of Muruga Peruman, Sashti. In the Vedas, we call Usha Devi as Sashti. So even though Skanda and Surya are distinct deities, we can see the oneness here. Also, I mentioned before that Skanda also means movement. So our inner sun, which is the Atma, it is the one that gives movement to all the senses. So Surya Bhagavan also has the Nama Yama in Aditya Hridaya Stotram, since he controls life on earth. He is also Pitrimurti, or the forefather. If we consider Surya the father, then he is the seed giver to the mother earth, where everything grows, and hence he is Pitru. He is also Kalaha, or time. We all know about Samvatsara, the wheel of time in the chariot that he rides, and we all follow the solar calendar. The concept of time comes from Surya Bhagavan. He is also Jyotishampati, or Lord of Jyotisha. And here we have shown a modern day astrologer printing out computer horoscopes with his handy printer. And on the very end, we have Hanuman. Surya Bhagavan is also Hanuman's guru. Hanuman got his Ashtasiddhis and Navanidhis from him. The two namas here are Sadhya, one who has powers, and Kavihi, scholar. Let's go back to that Jyotishampati. I forgot to mention that in Jyotisha, Surya Bhagwan is called Atmakaraka because he is the one who drives the purpose of our soul. That's something that I missed there. I just wanted to mention. Okay, next we come to the Kalyanam scene where we have the Agni Kundam. And there are four names of Surya here. One, which is actually missing there, is Vanhi. Vanhi means fire. The terrestrial fire is a manifestation of the sun on earth. He is also called Agni Garbha, the one who carries fire in his womb. He is also called Agni Hotra because he is the offering that we make to the fire. Why? Because anything that we offer to him is what grows on earth because of his grace. He is interestingly also the Agnihotra Phala, or the benefit that we get from the Homam. Why? Because what we ask for in Yajna is good food, good rain, Lokakshemam, and all this is not possible without him. So he is the Agni, he is the Agnihotra, and he is also the Agnihotra Phala. And next we have the Akshaya Patram set, where Yudhishthira gets the Akshaya Patram from Surya Bhagavan, and Draupadi uses it to feed the entire clan during their exile. This is actually related to the Phalashruti that we are talking about earlier of Aditya Hridaya Stotram, and how he gives unending auspiciousness, Akshayam. Next, we look at the different ways one can do Surya Upasana or Surya worship. We are all familiar with Gayatri Mantra. The Nama here is Savita, the one who gives birth to the whole world. He is also called Rig Yajur Sama Parakaha, one who is praised in all the three Vedas. Next we have Surya Namaskaram, or sun salutations with different yoga postures. We do Trikala Sandhya Vandanam. Kanchi Mahaperiva, who is in the second step right there, he has recommended two ways women can do Surya Upasana. One way is offering argyam or water to a plant. Here is the scene of a lady offering water to a tulasi plant. The availability of water and the growth of the plant is because of Surya Bhagavan's grace. So watering the plant is a way to show gratitude to him. The second way that Periva recommends is putting kolam early in the morning. This is also a way to do Surya Upasana. Of course, it is hard to follow this here in the US, especially during winter. But the idea is to get the sunlight in the morning, which is very healing. Next, we have the festival of Pongal, which we celebrate to offer our gratitude to Surya Bhagavan. The next Nama is my most favorite Nama of Aditya Hridayam, and that is Shambhuhu, not Shambho, but Shambhuhu. Shambhuhu means the one who gives happiness. I don't think there is anyone on earth who gets sad when the sun is out. Surya Bhagavan always makes everyone happy with his presence. So here we have a scene of little children happily playing and flying kites during Makar Sankranti. We often see this tradition in Gujarat. The kites fly in the sky, offering gratitude to the sun. So talking about the sky, let's move to our background of the beautiful sun in the sky. The Nama here is Khaga. Khaga means the one who moves in the sky. A bird is also called Khaga. And this is also one of the Namas in Surya Namaskaram. He's also called Vyomanatha, or the Lord of the Sky. Now on either side of the Golu, we see beautiful lotuses blooming with a glow. This again is another Nama, Padma Prabodha. He is the one who makes the lotuses bloom. And just like how the outer sun makes the lotus in a pond bloom, that inner sun within us, our Atma, makes our Hridaya Kamalam, our lotus-like hearts, bloom. So after hearing all the namas of Surya, Rama did Surya Upasana and he gazed at the sun. He felt that connection to that inner sun and felt very happy and rejuvenated. He became determined to kill Ravana. And as the celestials watched from above, Surya Bhagavan emerged with great delight and said to Rama, Vachastvareti, which means make haste and save the world. Go and destroy Ravana. That's how the stotram ends. An important nama that we can say is the essence of Aditya Hridaya Stotram, is the Nama Hiranyagarbha, which means the golden womb, the source of all creation. So wherever in the world we see sun worship, Hiranyagarbha is the one who is being worshipped. Hiranyagarbha also means something which is good and pleasing. Usually something that is pleasing is not good for us. For example, gulab jamun is very pleasing, but it's not good for us. But Surya Bhagavan is good and equally pleasing. They say that chanting this Dwadasha Akshari or the 12 syllabled mantra Bhagavate Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha will get you all the benefits of chanting Aditya Hridaya Stotram. So our Kalasam this year is decorated based on a Nama of Devi from Lalita Sahasranamam. It is the 235th Namam, Bhanu Mandala Madhyastha. Bha means light, Bhanu is Surya, Mandala is the solar orb, and Madhyastha is the one who resides in the middle of it. So Devi is the one who resides in the Surya Mandala. She is the power and energy of the sun. Bhanu Mandala Madhyastha is none other than Kushmanda Devi, the fourth form of Navadurga that we worship on the fourth day of Navarathri. Ku means small, Ushma means warm, and Anda means egg. She is that small, warm cosmic egg from which this entire creation has emerged. Kushmanda also means pumpkin. Pumpkin is one of those vegetables that is known to be full of prana and full of energy, just like Ambal. So coming to the last doll displayed in our Golu, this is Chitraguptan. And you must be wondering, what is the connection of Chitraguptan to the theme? So he is the one who keeps track of our karma. Chitragupta temples are quite rare, but if you happen to visit any of those temples, you will see Durga on one side and Surya Bhagavan on the other. That's because he needs the help of both Durga and Surya to do his job. He needs the power and energy from the Devi and the knowledge and light from Surya. There is a community of people called Kayasthas who are said to belong to Chitragupta's dynasty. They were accountants and ministers in many of the kingdoms and were very instrumental in building a lot of those sun temples in India. It is also said that Chitraguptan is the soul of the sun, and all the 12 Rashis are actually the 12 sons of Chitraguptan. So that's the reason he holds a very special place in this Golu. So with that, we circle back to the topic of the Asuras within us. We are talking about how Asuras represent our scattered mind. The modern day Asuras are very, very strong. No matter what we achieve or accomplish in life, we always feel a void within us. And it is this feeling that makes us spend hours together scrolling on our phone or going crazy after our career or trying to accumulate wealth or making a name for ourselves. This void, this empty space, that's the space for Bhagavan. And until it is filled with devotion to Bhagavan, this feeling won't go away. No matter what we do, how famous we become, or how wealthy we become. And we can fill this void, this empty vessel, drop by drop, by sitting with this light every day on a daily basis. And as we start filling this vessel drop by drop, one day the vessel will be full. Our hearts will be full. And we'll be able to give that unconditional love to the world, just like Surya Bhagavan, and live joyfully. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, may we all overcome the Asuras within us by inviting the light within, because this is the only light that will remove this darkness. May the inner sun within all of us shine brightly. Avanarulale, avantal vanangi. Thank you.